Hi, my name's Andy and I love to make music with a guitar, a ukulele, a synthesizer, a fire extinguisher. Hang on, a fire extinguisher. You can make music with pretty much anything you can find. You just have to find a way to play it. Then if you have a way to record that sound as well, a whole new world of music possibility appears. In this Kaleidoscope Found Sound workshop, I'm going to show you how you can make music even if you're not a musician, just using everyday objects that you find around the house. You are going to need a way to record those sounds. Some of you may have a sound recorder like this one, but most of you probably have a phone which has a voice recorder app on it. And that's what we're going to use. Once you've recorded some interesting sounds, I'm going to show you how you can edit them using a free app available for all computers and start to make music with them. I'm also going to invite you to send me your favorite sound so that I can bring lots of people's sounds together into one piece of music. The first thing we need to do is find something that makes an interesting sound. So let's get searching and see what we can find. Just remember to be careful, make sure that you don't damage anything while trying to get a noise out of it. There are some objects that you probably shouldn't whack too hard. So you can see I really haven't gone very far yet. I just searched my pockets and I found a bunch of keys. So I'm going to just drop this bunch of keys on the floor, hopefully landing next to my phone, but not on top of it, and capture the sound it makes. Here we go. I can play back the sound I've just recorded and see how it came out. I like it. So straight away, I'm going to email this sound to myself. So I'll have a copy of it that I can edit on a computer. Share. Email. Hey Andy, here's a great sound I made. See what you can make out of this. Now I've come all the way to the other side of the door because this is where my next sound is that I want to record. I discovered that when I thump the door frame, the door vibrates with it. It creates a nice sound. So I'm going to get my phone again with my sound recorder app ready. Hit record. Point the phone at the door somewhere. You want to try and point it to exactly where the noise is coming from. It's a bit hard in this case, but let's give it a go. That should do it. I'm going to name this file Door Thump. And I'm going to email this one to myself as well. For my example, I'm just going to use these two sounds that I've recorded, but I want you to get really creative and record as many different kind of sounds as you can. Experiment with different materials, different objects, and different ways of getting them to produce a sound. You might want to pause this video here while you go and have your sound collecting adventure. Make sure that you name all your sounds and that you send them to yourself so you can work with them on a computer. In the next phase, I'm going to show you how you can start editing those sounds on your computer. But I'd also love you to pick one of your favorite sounds and email it to me so that I can bring all our sounds together into one piece of music. So if you've now got all the sounds that you want to use and you've shared them with yourself in some way so that you can access them on your computer, it's time to get editing. If you've done anything like this before, you may already have an app on your computer to edit music and sounds with, and you're free to use that. If you haven't, then I recommend downloading the app called Audacity. It's completely free. There's a PC version and a Mac version, and it has some powerful tools for editing sounds. In the next few minutes, I'm going to be showing you what it looks like inside Audacity and how you can use that app to turn these ordinary sounds into something a little bit more musical. Okay, so this is what Audacity looks like when you open it up. We've got a nice blank canvas. You might want to spend a couple of minutes just familiarizing yourself with the layout. You'll need to use the controls in the top left. We have a play, stop, set back to the beginning, or to the end. We're going to use a few of the other buttons as well, but it's not going to be too steep a learning curve. I've downloaded both the sounds that I emailed myself. I'm going to start with the door thump sound. So I'll just drag and drop that into the space, and it's loaded up that recording. It's got 2 channels of audio. That's because it's a stereo recording. If you just have 1 channel for your sounds, that's fine. I want to find the particular part of the sound where I thump the door frame. I'm pretty sure that's here, because I can see some sounds that begin very quickly, are quite loud, but then die away quickly. Let's play it and have a listen. There we go. I'm just going to choose the second one to work with because that was my favorite. So I can remove everything else for now. We're not going to need it. So I'll highlight all of this and press these scissors, which get rid of it. And then I'll do the same for what comes after. So if I play that, we hear 1 thump. I want that to play a rhythm like a drum would. So I'm just going to do some copying and pasting. Click edit, copy, and edit, paste. Or you can use your keyboard shortcuts. I'm going to do that to copy both of them and paste another time. And again. And again. Now, the distance between each sound might vary slightly. If you're used to working with other programs, you may be used to seeing grid lines, so you can make sure that the sounds happen at regular intervals. We don't have that luxury here, so we're just going to guess it. But let's have a listen and see how it sounds. We've got a pretty nice drum beat there. Okay, so that will do for the door thump. You can make the sounds louder or quieter if you need to, using this slider on the left. Left to go quieter, right to go louder. I'll keep it near the middle, maybe just +3. So let's bring in our next sound. I'm going to drag and drop the keys. It's the same thing. It creates a new set of channels down here. Again, it's 2 channels. It's a stereo sound. And I can see that this sound is really loud. I dropped those keys very close to the phone. So I'm going to start by turning it down a little bit. I don't want it to be too harsh. Then I'll delete the parts of the sound we don't need. And I want to have a listen to this sound by itself. So I'm going to click the button called Solo. Then when I press play, we hear that sound, the crunchy sound of the keys. It's almost a bit like breaking glass. It is quite a harsh sound. I want this sound to happen every other beat, starting with the second one. So I want to line it up with this beat, the second beat of door thumps. I can use this tool called the time shift tool to move it to the exact place that I want it to be. And then I'll do some copying and pasting. Now I've got some pasted in. I'm going to use time shift again, just to move them around a little bit more. And now I'll listen to how they sound together. So I'm going to turn off solo, set it back to the beginning, and let's hear this rhythm. Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to move this one a little bit later. Now, that's all I'm going to show you for now, but you should definitely explore some of the other things that you can do with this program. You might want to put lots more layers of sounds in. You might want to create a rhythm like I've done, or you might want to create something more ambient and evolving, kind of like a soundscape. You should also check out some of the effects that Audacity has. They do lots of different things to the sounds, like add an echo, or you can reverse the sound, and that sounds brilliant when you put it on a human voice. Add some wah-wah, or anything that you want to try out. Have loads of fun exploring the sounds of the world around you and making music with it. If you'd like to share something that you've made, then you can do that in our Kaleidoscope Facebook group. And don't forget to send me one of your favourite sounds that you've discovered. Bye!